Hey hockey fans, welcome into the LaHaye Ice Center for Game 2 between the Liberty Flames and the Delaware Blue Hens. I'm Monica McKenzie, joined by special guest Christian Garland. Well, Christian, we saw a great final result for the Flames last night, but at the beginning of the game, they kind of got into some trouble.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough start for the Flames to begin that game, getting a goal scored against them 30 or 40 seconds into the game. We didn't know what type of game we were in for at that point, and the team actually rallied around their goalie pretty well and ended up evening the score up 2 or 3 minutes later on a goal by Victor Blomberg.
Yeah, and for Delaware, it was kind of a snowball effect in regards to penalties. It just kept building and building. So what do you expect for them this evening in regards to discipline?
Yeah, I expect to see a lot different Delaware team tonight than we did last night. They're a much better team than the overall score indicated last night. They're a very good team 5-on-5, and if they can stick to playing 5-on-5, then it'll be a much different result for them tonight.
Yeah, and a guy who needs to be strong for the Delaware Blue Hens this evening is number 22, Michael Niski. He's our Foster Fuels Who's Hot player to watch. What do you expect from him this evening?
Yeah, Niski's probably Delaware's most skilled player. He's very good offensively. He's not very big, but he's very fast, so he needs to use that speed and skill to create some chances for his team and potentially put some up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and a guy who's been kind of flying under the radar for the Flames, but consistently good night in and night out is Tim Bierma.
Yeah, Tim Bierma's had a solid season so far for the year. He's not a flashy guy that's going to catch your attention every single night like some of the offensive guys that the Flames have, but he's consistently going to contribute at even strength and on the power play and penalty kill as one of the leaders for this team. So we're looking for some more great things from Tim tonight.
Just a few minutes ago, I had a chance to catch up with him. Here's what he had to say. All right, Tim, you've been a consistent goal scorer all season long, but for the past 3 years, you're actually at the D2 level. So tell me what the transition's been like for you coming up to D1 this year.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is just the amount of good teams we're playing. D2, we played some of the top teams in the country, but D1, we're just playing top teams game in, game out, so I'd say that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, and Quinn Ryan's out this evening after his fight in the game yesterday. You've been moved up to that top line with Garvin and Thompson. What do you expect your chemistry to be like tonight?
Yeah, I don't think we'll have any issue, and throughout all 4 lines, each line's kind of playing with different guys, but we have a deep team, so I don't expect it to be too much of an issue.
Good luck, thanks.
Thank you.
Stay tuned on LFSN Sports Network.
Listen, we've all got to make choices. If you're hungry and you got $5, you could eat this stuff that the meat, bean, cheese randomizer Kiero'd into a box.
Taco Guacarito Supreme.
Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, drink, fries, and look at this fresh baked cookie. So it's a choice, I guess. The $5 All-Star Meals. There's 4 of them, and there's no better way to spend $5. Only at Hardee's.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
It's a Veterans Day here in the States, Remembrance Day back in Canada, and for all of you that have served in the past and present, we appreciate you so much for keeping our great country safe, and we're glad you're tuning in tonight as Liberty Flames taking on the Delaware Blue Hens. Let's take a look at our goaltending matchup tonight. East back in between the pipes. He suffered the loss last evening. Flames winning that one 6-2. And then back in between the pipes for the Flames is going to be Josh Halpenny, getting that win last night and starting his first time this year, 2 games in a row. Take a look at their numbers. 303 goals against average for East, 214 for Halpenny. He has some scintillating numbers on the year. East has seen a lot of rubber, though. We talked about it last night. 413 saves on the season and still has a pretty solid save percentage as well. And Halpenny sitting at .914. Well, things getting underway here. The Flames starting off with their top line, as Monica mentioned. Burima in between Garvin and Thompson tonight, as Quinn Ryan got in that little Donnybrook yesterday that caused him to miss tonight's game, along with Shane Mullen for Delaware. Puck along the far side boards. Here's Burima. He tries to cycle it down the wall. Garvin giving chase. I'm sure Delaware here realizes they need to have a quality showing tonight in order to get back to that national picture. Puck at the side of the goal. Garvin trying to poke it out in front. It's going to be off the glass out to the line. Cruikshank able to keep it in. He'll send it deep. Quality start here for the Flames. Burima takes a big hit along the wall by Kuma. Cruikshank sending it around. Fricks, far side. Throws it back in. Carlson now coming on the ice. Cruikshank going towards the goal. Carlson battling for it, taking on a couple of hens. Cox, he's in there laying the body. Comes around near side, Zach Hayes. He saw some limited minutes last night. Starting off here on a regular shift with what you could call the Flames' fourth line. Diagonal dump in. Carlson able to get to it out in front. Oh, they tried to go back to Cox, but he wasn't expecting it. For the first minute 20, the Flames just buzzing in the offensive zone. Zach Hayes sends it in just a foot over the blue line. Now Delaware looking to get it back out. Holding on to it. Zidinzeki drops it off. Niski almost left it in front. He's trying to serve that one on a platter to Carlson. Here comes Niski now with some speed. It's got the zebra tape on the blade as well. Niski still holding on. Bad angle shot. That goes through the crease. Another drive towards the goal. Blocked down. Boshinski now stepping out onto the ice. Blomberg back in between Gammer and Boshinski for tonight's game. Quick DDD by the Flames. It's going to come back. Crane sending it now to Bergen. Fed ahead. Blomberg will chip it in. I believe that one off a stick, just kind of stayed there at the line. The Flames had it momentarily. Here's Crane. Drops it off. Nice little pass. Gammer down low. He was looking for Crane as he was going towards the net. The centering pass goes all the way through. Obviously no icing on the plays. How can he comes out to touch it? Bergen playing it ahead. Colt Steele just getting a touch on it. Turned over. Kevin Felice trying to bring it across the line. A little hook and hold there as well. Shot. That one goes wide of the goal. Kept in near point by Good. Roberts takes a hit along the boards. End-to-end action here at the start of this game. Played into the corner. Poked around by Crane. Cruikshank trying to seal off the boards. He's able to. Blue Hen's able to keep it in. Crane, a couple of moves. Finds a man near side. Roberts just got a piece of it. Goes deep. Colt Steele able to bring it out. Penalty coming here to Delaware. Fricks towards the net. That's redirected wide. They touch it up and the Flames will head to the power play. And with that,
I think that's going to be Pierakowski on the riding this man into the end boards there.
Christian Garland's going to give us a look here at the keys of the game.
Yeah, for Delaware, last night was probably uncharacteristic of them. They were in the box, in and out of the box all night. They did not play 5-on-5 very much, so staying in the box would be key for them. They need to play up and down the ice, not east to west. They need to get pucks to the net on Halpany, test them early and often tonight. And for Liberty, we've seen a lot of lackluster Saturday night efforts after stellar games on Friday night. So tonight they need to focus on following up the performance from last night, and then they need to control the pace of the game like they did last night.
Most definitely, yeah, they definitely dominated last night, and you're right. Sometimes they'll come out and just have a stinker after a big game, and not so far. Backdoor pass, they find the man. Zachariah Roberts on the power play, makes it 1-0.
Great puck movement by the Flames there. Didn't take long on that power play at all.
Flames scored 3 power play goals last night, and right off the bat here, they get another one. Beautiful feed in front by Garvin, and Zachariah Roberts collecting his 6th goal of the year.
And I guess that's why one of the keys was to stay out of the box.
There you go, Christian.
Didn't
Good
take
read
long,
right
that's
off the
for
bat.
sure.
Flames controlling it at their own line. Sent ahead, Cox Trying to get it through. He's met there by a couple of Delaware players. Going to be sent in on goal. Easily steered into the corner by Halpenny. Nice little play by Hayes. Here comes Cox with speed. Top of the circle. Cox feeds it through. Comes now to Carlson. He finds the point man wide open. That was Cruikshank. Carlson battling with it in the corner. It's wrapped around. Fricks bats it back in. The Flames kind of set up an umbrella style of play there at the line as two men trying to dig it free in the corner. They were covering all the options, center and both points. Out to the line once again. Cruikshank to Fricks, trying to find a lane, just sends it back down deep. Carlson bodying his man. He was riding Devin Jenny into the wall. Jenny controlling it. Sends it near side. Marciniak didn't get any ice last night, in the lineup tonight. Cruikshank, nice pass. Here's Gammer, top of the slot, his shot. Off Marciniak. Gammer controlling it, leaving it. Bushinsky back to Gammer. Going towards the front of the goal. Now Bushinsky's got the wheels going, a backhander. Blomberg in front had a try at it. Turned away by East. Boy, something has happened to Bushinsky here in the last few games. His nickname might have to go from the Bo Show to the Winnipeg Jet. He's flying so much. Gammer on the doorstep. That was across the line. They score. Cole Gammer on a jam play in the crease. Makes it 2-0 Liberty.
Yeah, East isn't too happy about that one. He's got some words for the ref following it up. Took a couple crazy caroms off both players in front of the net before winding up in the back as we get another look at it here.
Man, the big difference is that I think Delaware is told to just rim the puck to get it out of the zone off the glass. And the Liberty defensemen are told that they can read those plays and step in, so.
Went off Marciniak's skate and into the goal. Gammer was directed into the crease by Marciniak, so East, while they might be frustrated of all the crease traffic, not much he could say to the official. He'll just point at his defenseman and say he was brought in by your buddy there. Crane squeezing off the wall. East playing it into the corner. Quality puck handler East is. Garvin controlling it. He's pinned along the boards. Thompson able to get to it. Thompson cuts into the middle, still with it. His shot blocked. He's hauled down as well. Puck comes near boards, getting to it Mazzella. Bergen banks it back the other way. He actually had his first assist of the year last game. He already has 4 goals on the season, but getting 1 apple. Puck comes through bodies, top of the circle now. Redgate across. Halpenny gets the pad down, big save, another drive. And the Flames had 4 or 5 bodies in front of the crease, all on their knees, trying to block that shot. Sent around by Bergen. Quickly into this game, the Flames have a 2-goal lead. Sent in on Halpenny. He steers that one to Bergen, sends it far boards. A quick read there by Anderson kept it in play. Had a massive stick lift there as Emmerich. His twig went way high into the air, almost got caught in the rafters. Near corner, Bergen collects the puck, just gonna chip it out. This one stays in play. Colt Steele able to get to it. He's got Clark going to the net. Colt Steele a shot, and that's gonna be stopped by East.
Yeah, well, the play's been down low in the Delaware end for the majority of the first 7 minutes here. We've definitely seen Delaware get a few chances once they get the puck up top to their D. But Liberty has definitely been going to their bread and butter with the cycle game down low through the first 7 minutes here tonight.
That's
Face
right.
off into the corner. It's going to be sent far boards, getting to it now. Fricks as it goes by him. Left behind the net, Fricks ridden hard into the wall. Cox, an interesting cat for these Flames. He loves to throw a little extra shot on every hit. Right there, he kind of caught his check along the wall and gave him a little shot to the back of the head. Here comes another drive up and over the crossbar. Fricks battling for it. Pierkowski had it momentarily. He had the penalty shot last night. Still at no goals and no assists on the year. Carlson's shot swallowed up by East, and he takes a shot at Zach Hayes, who skates by. And while we get some extracurricular activity here, Monica McKenzie is standing by with another story.
Thanks, guys. Well, Liberty University community service is a big part of the school's identity. So yesterday, Zane Schartz and Cole Burak spent some time at Forest Elementary School. They spoke to 3 first-grade classes about their experience being collegiate athletes, and they took some gear, passed around the goalie helmet and the sticks, and then, of course, they spent some time playing basketball in a gym class. So it's nice to see them contributing to the community and passing on their wisdom to Lynchburg youth.
Hopefully they didn't talk to him about fighting. No, it's good to see. Always nice when the Flames are attending in schools and speaking to the youth. And Liberty hockey is spread throughout a lot of the school systems here. Quite frequently, the Flames will give out tickets to elementary schools and have them come in, and it always seems like the kids enjoy it. So Lynchburg youth hockey is growing as well. Always good to see. Rima waved out of the face-off dot. Garvin will come in to take it. It's going to be played low. Thompson. Marciniak met there. Burima throws it in front off the skate. They score.
Stephen East has had a rough go with bounces tonight so far. I think that one hit the skate of Garvin before ended up in the back of the net, so that's 2 in a row for him. Unfortunate start for Delaware here tonight.
You have to think that Coach Donahue is going to have to think about the pull here sooner or later, even if it's a mercy pull, just to wake up your team.
And as we saw the replay there, it was a great patience by Tim Burima. He looked off the point and found Garvin alone in front. And they don't ask how, they ask how many. So great one for Garvin there.
Not even 10 minutes in, the Flames 3-0 lead. Roberts with a power play goal. Gammer has his 6th of the year. And then Garvin from a pass in front delivered by Burima makes it 3-0. Reynolds firing it deep. Burima giving chase. Schartz trying to pinch off the wall. Flames defense have been active in this series when it comes to coming in down low.
Yeah, that's what I noticed earlier. Like, a lot of Delaware's play is just to bank it off the boards, off the glass, and it seems mostly that the Liberty D can get to the puck before the Delaware wingers can right now.
Yeah, they've definitely been given the green light in terms of stepping up, and the centerman or the high winger has definitely been filling in for them, for sure.
A mishandled puck by Haupani.
It dropped right in front of him. That was a tough play, and it gave him an awkward bounce.
Leads to a penalty here by the Flames. Reynolds will be going off. 2-minute minor for tripping. An opportunity here for the Blue Hens to possibly stop the bleeding. Hayes, Carlson, the first PK guys out here for the Flames. Zidinzek along the wall. They're looking towards the goal. Zucker out there, he wants it. Zucker holding onto it, looking towards the net. That goes off a skate. Zucker. Zidinzek. Once again, the Flames in the shooting lane. A big hit there by Hayes, banked off the wall and ahead, and a penalty coming here. Elbowing will be the call to Zach Hayes. And last night, this official, same one that actually gave the elbowing minor to Zidinzek. Something you don't see in every hockey game, and then you have 2 in 2 games.
And unfortunately for the Flames, they're going to be short for 2 men short for at least 1:37 here or less.
Yeah, there was a 5-on-3 last night too.
That's true. The
calls come in bunches.
Zane Schartz getting a goal on that one. It was his 5th of the year. Zidinzek now. Burima. Niski. His shot off a body. They're walking right into the lanes that the Flames have covered. Zucker down deep. They're looking for the cross crease pass. Comes out top. Niski, his drive blocked. We don't see the old black and white two-tone tape job too often. Niski throwing on the brakes, cycling it deep. Felice. Down there with him is Ostrander, comes out top. Zidinzek playing inside the net. They try to throw it out in front, and getting the oven mitt on top of it quickly was Haupani. You gotta be careful here if you're Delaware. You have to think, we're 2 men up. So just take the punishment, the abuse, don't haul anybody down. in my opinion, the official will be quick to give you one.
Yeah, they definitely were quick to hand them out last night, so we'll see how that carries over tonight. But we've already seen 3 penalties through the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yep.
.54 seconds remaining on the Reynolds minor. Cox in to take the draw. Carlson out there with him. Fricks the defenseman. Flames able to clear right off the bat. Marciniak. Dropping it off. Here comes Redgate. Many people probably familiar with the Redgate name that are Delaware fans. His older brother, John Redgate, a Blue Hen elite player, comes out top. The shot wide of the goal. Redgate controlling it down low. John Redgate actually last year 42 points, graduated. I believe he's a 5th-year senior. Shot, that goes through the crease. Net came off its moorings. It's dislodged there on the stick side of Halpenny. Another shot. Halpenny holds on.
Seems like the shots that Delaware is getting so far on this 5-on-3 are all from the outside. Anything in the wheelhouse is getting blocked by Liberty penalty killers. So.
And you'd think you'd want to try and spread it out and get a one-timer going so you don't have time to block the lanes, but they're catching it and trying to throw a wrist shot through. Might be just what they're most comfortable with, but it's getting blocked right now.
And Halpenny stood tall so far here.
Puck comes out near point, kept in along the boards. Nice pass, the shot stopped by Halpenny. Zidinzek looking for one. Flames, one man on the ice, now a 5-on-4, another shot stopped by Halpenny. Puck comes out top. Zidinzek near side, the shot well wide of the goal. Is this one gonna clear? Kept in by Zucker. Zidinzek, another drive. That one's blocked down by Blomberg.
Just what we were talking about a second ago, the Liberty penalty killers definitely aren't afraid to stay in those lanes, that's for sure.
Some great blocking for sure, yeah.
Flames back to full strength. Here comes Pierkowski, another drive, turned away by Halpenny. The official now sick of that mooring keeps coming off. It's off once again by a solid inch. Another shot stopped. He stopped blowing it down. Niski dropping it off. Zidinzek near side, a shot stopped by Halpenny. Rebound sitting there in the crease, picked up by Liberty. Cody Clark. Now to Zach Hayes. That one's going to be sent in deep. Caleb Fitzpatrick is with us down between the glass. He's been rather quiet.
Oh, I'm here. Hey, Rhett. Thanks for having me.
Glad you're here. I know you love hockey.
It's good to be here for sure. Yeah, down here, ice level, it's, the intensity has really dropped off since Liberty took that 3-goal lead. I think the Delaware team just really got deflated. Obviously, being down 3 goals in the first 7 minutes is never a good place to be.
Puck will go deep. Zidinzek controlling it. Man, he has been on for an awfully long shift through the power play and still out there now. Pass, that went through a lot of traffic. It's held onto by Pierkowski, drops it off. Puck comes in front, the backhander stopped by Halpenny. He spread out those legs and took away the bottom half of the ice. A big save. Garvin now the other way. He cuts in, takes a hook up high, no call. Barima dropping it off. Thompson along the boards, comes out in front, and East able to cover up. Flames getting all the bounces right now. Roberts with a power play goal. Gammer gets one, and Garvin as well.
Want to wear and bank where you want to bank. At Carter Bank and Trust, you'll find the freedom to bank the way you like. Personal service with a smile, face to face from people that know you. And with services like our no-fee debit card, lifetime free checking, and over 100 convenient locations, you're free to bank your way. Carter Bank and Trust, the freedom to be you.
Face-off coming to the right of Steven East. Blomberg, Gammer, Boshinski out on the ice. Andrew Karapi coming in to take the draw for Delaware. One back. That shot by Gammer didn't miss by much. Puck at the side of the net. Flames trying to dig it free. Boshinski now to Gammer. Blomberg wide open. His drive is snuffed out there. Nice job in front by Devin Jenny. Flames defense right now seems to be covering all the angles. Marciniak can't get it past Blomberg. Gammer hopped over his stick. Karapi picking it up. A little bit of a speed wobble there, but he's able to get it in down low. Takes a hit as well at the end of that play. A pass to open space, nobody there. Marciniak gets it deep. Niski tripped up, penalty coming.
Yeah,
Zane Schertz is going to be going off. 2-minute minor for cross-checking.
Yeah, just an undisciplined play there, kind of unnecessary from Schertz. You're up 3-0, you don't really need to be taking that with 7 minutes left to go in the first period.
If you're playing in this one, Christian, you'd be getting a lot of PT right now. Penalty killing specialist you were.
Yeah, I think the team's a lot better now that I'm not there anymore.
I don't know about that.
The penalty killers are pretty good, and you could definitely see a difference with Barima out last weekend, and he's here this weekend. They had a few power play goals against Liberty, but with Barima in the lineup, they're definitely a lot better with his leadership and shot blocking skills for sure.
Puck sent back in deep by Niski, cleared out. I remember Kirk Handy telling me one time that whenever there was a penalty, he didn't even have to tell you and Kerr. You guys just jumped over the boards and knew what to do.
Yeah, because we wouldn't get on the ice otherwise, so we were so excited.
Fresh legs.
Yeah. Maybe take a nap on there between penalties.
It's going to be come out to the line and hops over the stick of Zidinzek. Niski. He is the breakout play for Delaware, it seems. Now Cole Zucker. He gains the zone. The captain of this group, Niski, has it roll off as tape, and it's going to be sent all the way down. Blomberg says, nobody wants to go for it. I'll take a skate. Now he has the puck. Blomberg, wide open man. Cox couldn't wrangle that one in. Now he takes a cross check. You have to think a minor will come here to Delaware. I guess not.
Different type of cross check. That was the legal kind.
Yeah.
Are there two different kinds of cross checks?
Usually not, but today there is.
Yeah, today there is. You have to wonder if does official feel bad that they're down 3-0 so early?
Maybe he feels bad because they took so many penalties last night.
Like last night, yeah.
Get them going the other way.
Maybe you heard your keys to the game. Keep them out of the box.
Puck is sent around. Marciniak. The official tailoring his play to the broadcast. Puck will go down low. Devin Jenny quarterbacking it right now. He's going to send it far side. Catching that one on the tape, Marciniak. He'll send it in. Halpity coming out quickly, gets a stick on it. Sent back around by Bergen. Kept in along the wall. That was Rabinowitz. He had the opening goal last night, Rabinowitz. It was his third of the year. And the Flames, once again, able to get it out across the line. Fresh body stepping onto the ice. Only 9 seconds remaining in this minor penalty to Zane Schertz. Frick's able to get there. They're patiently waiting, trying to time it. Here comes Schertz. Does it make its way to him? No, it doesn't. Still down low. Redgate centering pass. Covered up by the Flames. Mazzella cross ice feed. Marciniak, for a guy that didn't play last night, is getting a ton of minutes right now. The little flip play. Here comes Blomberg. In. Shot over the goal.
I don't think that one ever really settled down for him once it ended up hitting the ice.
Puck goes all the way down. Icing is the call. Hey, make sure you stay with us during the first intermission. We've got a game on feature for you. We're also going to talk to the head coach of the Delaware Blue Hens, his first year with the team, John Donahue. And also, that game on feature is a beauty. It's about Bill Bell. He came over from Scotland to help out the men's soccer team at Liberty, and this guy's like a legend in Scotland when it comes to soccer, so it's a good story. Kirk Shank going back into his own zone, able to get there. Going to wire it cross ice. The Flames trying to send it through. Colt Steele knocked offside on the play. Now they'll tag up. Cody Clark a little slow to get back into the neutral zone. Headman pass didn't connect, and the Flames will once again get an icing call going their way.
That first unit of Barima, Garvin, and Thompson comes right over the boards after that. So you know that while it might be 3-0 and things might be looking good for the Flames, Kirk Handy's not willing to take his foot off the gas just yet.
That's right. A little work early is better than a lot of work late.
Oh, that's for sure.
Puck comes in front. Barima trying to redirect it on goal. Nice stick by Garvin. Took it off the tape there of Colin Emmerich. Barima trying to get the shot off. Now Thompson, a quick little shot. That's going to be stopped by East. Garvin laying a body. Barima out to the point. Kept in. Reynolds towards the goal. That sails wide on the stick side. Sharts back to Thompson. Along the wall, Sharts has it wide open, far point. Was Reynolds directed towards the net. Garvin battling there. Thompson out to the point, back towards the net, tipped. Jam play at the side of the goal. Garvin was looking for it, but East able to swallow that one up.
As Smitty pointed out earlier, the Liberty D are really engaging in the offensive zone. Delaware's rimming the puck around, and the defense are stepping all the way up to the hash marks, picking it up and controlling it. And Delaware really can't do anything about it. It leads to 30 or 40 more seconds in their own end. So you got to imagine they're really going to want to regroup at the end of this period.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's getting red right now, their breakout.
Little chip play, doesn't get around Crane. Cox a hit into the side of Zidinzek. Little drop pass, Karapi trying to head north. He's out there with Jandoli. Kuma, his shot, easily held on to by Haupany. Well, if the Flames are able to win this one tonight, Liberty actually will sweep Delaware 3-0. And what I mean by that is the D3 team played the Delaware D3 team earlier in the day and won that game 6-4. I actually think it'd be cool if all three divisions, they set up a weekend where D2, D1, D3 all played Delaware D1, D2, D3 and just had like a weekend Delaware series.
Yeah, they could carpool at that point.
Yeah.
Delaware is unique in that they're the only other program in the ACHA to have all three men's teams. Liberty is unique in that they have a team in all 5 divisions, including both women's divisions. Delaware only has 1 women's team.
Only other school, there's a couple schools I know of now that actually have men's teams in all 3 divisions. I believe Adrian's one. They actually have like D3 gold, blue, and silver. Like they have 3 divisions, 3 men's clubs. And then Robert Morris, Illinois, another group that has multiple men's teams, and I believe they have 2 or 3 at the D3 division.
Multiple teams at the D3 level.
Yes.
But I like your idea of the D3, the Delaware Liberty, just hockey showcase.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
So Cox finally drew a penalty. He got cross-checked in the front of the net earlier, so got paid for not retaliating on that one.
The ref took his number down and saved it in the back pocket for later, probably.
Yep.
Harrison Kuma in the box. Flames top unit out here on the power play. Colt Steele joining the group. Steele playing it low. Garvin. They're looking backdoor again. Roberts trying to sneak in. Steele down low looking for the give and go. Garvin walking it up the wall. Cross ice pass. Off a stick. Roberts keeps it deep. Here's Thompson now. Colt Steele wide open near side. He was trying to do the old Rick Turner. Wanted it right in the wheelhouse. Puck comes out in front, swept out to the line. Zane Sharts. Roberts lost the handle. It's going to be cleared out by Delaware. Sharts makes one move. Once again, trying to turn on those old Texas Jets. Gets down into the corner. Blomberg feeding it around. Boshinski. Parts of the second unit now out for the Flames. Gammer. Puck handling in a phone booth right now. 2 hens on him. Back to Gammer. Boshinski and himself playing a little game of pitch and catch. Sharts, far side, in front. Blomberg couldn't pull the handle. Gammer. Back to Sharts. Near side. Barima across. Gammer in front. Sharts with a shot. That goes off a body. Minute 26 remaining here in the first period. 34 seconds on the power play. Tipped at the side of the net by Blomberg. He takes a slash on the play. It comes across. Gammer in front. He was trying the slap pass. Wyszynski out top. Sharts keeping it in. Blomberg goes to the side of the net. Tried to bank it off the goaltender and in. He takes the hit behind the goal, and now it's cleared out once again by Delaware.
Excellent puck movement from the Flames in that power play without Quinn Ryan. Interesting to see how they would fare.
Turned over at the side of the goal, they score! A short-handed marker by Chris Mazzella on an errant play by the Flames behind their own net.
Yeah, that one happened so fast, I'm not really sure how it wound up in front, but just poor puck management by the Flames.
Did it go off the heel? Yeah, he didn't get full one on it. That was Gammer, and then unfortunately, Halpany on that play just gets lost in his feet. Not much he can do.
I think he was looking up ice before he ever had control of the puck and just let his head get ahead of his hands a little bit there and winds up in the back of the net.
That is going to be Mazzella's 12th goal of the year. I always hate to give up a goal in the last minute of the period, especially a period in which he dominated like Liberty did here in this first.
Yeah, but if you're Delaware, that's what you want, to turn a new page heading into the second period, so, and end this period on a high note.
Came out in front, Colt Steele looking for one. He's going to cycle it deep. Crookshank coming in off the point. Goes far boards, Frick's there. Getting free is Niski. He's got some speed, 10 seconds left on the clock. Tried to make a move. He gets a rough ride into the corner, loses some apparel as well. Off the boards, out to the point, and that is going to do it. Niski and Crookshank having a little chat. Niski takes a small jab, little left jab there at Crookshank. And with that, that's the period. The Flames leading 3-1 moments ago. Chris Mazzella, a short-handed marker, brings Delaware back to within 2. Stay with us, John Donahue, when we return.
Some things become traditions. Thank you for making yours Foster Fuels.
Pratt Senior Living Communities intermission. Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities. We want to do life with you.
Glad you're with us here in Lynchburg, Virginia. John Donahue standing by with Monica McKenzie.
Thanks, guys. You found yourselves in a 3-goal deficit pretty early on in the game. How do you pull yourselves out of this hole heading into the next period?
Yeah, we just got to get back to what we did for the last 6 or 7 minutes of the period, take advantage of opportunities that are given to us, play through some of the other stuff that's going on in the game, and get back to playing our brand of hockey. Simple stuff.
You told me your biggest weakness last night was a lack of discipline in critical moments. So what'd you tell the team after that game to get them to tighten up today?
Actually, we told them to loosen up just a little bit. I think they're gripping it a little bit too tight. There's a lot of atmosphere here that they're not used to, so we just need to settle down, have a little bit of fun, go out and play some hockey.
Good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Right, thank you.
Back to you, Rhett.
Thank you, Monica. And yeah, last night, you're right, Delaware went to the penalty box a lot. Actually, Shane Mullen had 15 minutes of penalties on the game. He had the fighting major and whatnot, but it's almost like the roles have switched here in this game. The Flames a parade to the sin bin, and you have to think sooner or later that's just going to bite you, because Delaware, whether you're not feeling the mojo right now, it just takes a couple of lucky bounces and you're right back in this game.
Yeah, that might not have been a power play goal at the end of the period, but like you said, lucky bounces. It was a misplay of the puck and ends up in the back of the net. But for Liberty, they need to stay disciplined. They saw what could happen to them last weekend and several other games this year when they've taken too many penalties. And they saw what happened to Delaware last night when they were in the box the whole night. So
yeah, and you got to remember, lucky bounces, like, two of Liberty's goal you could call lucky bounces off the skate. So that's just the benefit of having the puck in and around the net.
Well, we'll see you for the start of the second period. In the meanwhile, we leave you with a feature brought to us by LFSN's Game On.
It's time now for the Ronkin Pratt Senior Living Communities intermission. Ronkin Pratt Senior Living Communities. We want to do life with you.
Glad you're still with us here in the intermission. The Flames leading 3-1, and we'll take a look back at some of the action that occurred here in the first period. The Flames came out of the gates hot and heavy and ready to go. That's exactly what they did. Roberts started things off with a power play marker. That's the second goal. Gammer, just a little crease crash, and it went in, and East none too pleased. Things have been a little bit physical, and Cox doing what he does best. He's from Buffalo, just a little bit of an agitator. How many?
He's from Buffalo, that's what that means.
That's what they do. No, backdoor play there for Roberts. And the Flames are looking good. Really, it was a dominant first period, except for that one miscue behind the net. Take a look here at our Geico game at a glance. And it says right now that Delaware leading in shots, which is something I would not have guessed, but you have to consider all the power plays is what got them there. Yeah, 5-on-5 play, the Flames have been dominant, but they did head to the box multiple times.
And you gotta think too, Liberty blocked a ton of shots as well in the power play, so that's it.
Halfany has looked pretty good on the rebounds tonight too. Like he hasn't really allowed a whole lot right in the slot, and when they're there, he's been there.
This is a young Delaware team. The average age is 18.93 years of age. A really young team. Actually 19.8, pardon me. But still a young team. Under 20 is the average age on this group. And you have to think, as they gain more experience, get better, and I'm not thinking this year, but next year, this might be a team that once again is a contender for nationals and an ESCHL championship. Well, make sure you stay with us. When we come back in just a moment, we will have the second period for you here in Lynchburg.
And it's game on, 4th and 18. Friends rushing the party in under an hour. Supermom's headed for the snack aisle. Ooh, this one's a scramble. It's all come down to this. Look at that air. She's got it. And there's that signature double pour. Crisp chips, crunchy pretzels. This crowd's gone crazy.
We did it, honey. Best party ever.
Yeah, we did it.
Let's go for the glory.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Welcome back to Lynchburg. Start of the second period, just moments away. You have to think, Kirk Candy and Garland here could probably give us the best Kirk Candy impression. I'm not going to put him on the spot to do that, but the message, I'm sure, is just like, guys, throw that one goal out the window, take that away, and it's everything we wanted to accomplish in the first.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, 3-goal cushion, they still don't want to take their foot off the gas. You can see that they're going all out. The D are engaging in every rim play, every breakout. It seems like the D are very confident to step up, keep that puck in, go back to work on the cycle, which is Liberty's bread and butter, has been all year. And I mean, you got to imagine they're just looking for more of the same for the next 20 minutes.
Face off, one back by Blomberg. Sending it far side, Kuma hits a stick. Blomberg now with it, finds some open space. Blomberg can't get it in across the line, his stick was held on to. Sent back to the Flames D, Fricks. Sending it north. Wyszynski just got a piece of it. Gammer was looking for that loose puck. Kicked back up and sent around by Kuma, directed towards the goal, tipped in front. A big pad save by East. Gammer controlling it. Out to the line, Fricks. His shot off a stick. Looking to exit the zone early was Niski. Flames with it once again. Gammer will send it around. Onto the ice now is Clark. That just hops under his blade. Kept in though at the line, Clark. Coming in with speed. Lays the body on Kuma, looks to pin him. Joining him there is Roberts. Out to the point it goes. Reynolds, a drive wide of the goal. He was looking for a redirect. Zane Schartz, a bad angle shot. Hits near glass, comes out. Reynolds unable to keep it in.
And again, that was a perfect example. Schartz steps up. Cody Clark takes his spot.
Yep.
Shot quality might not have been there, but Liberty on the same page for sure.
Batted down. This could be a hand pass. Yes, it is, as Clark touched it. If it wasn't, breakaway. You know, in some ways, and people are going to laugh at me, and some of you may remember this system. I know the two guys here with me, Fitzy and Jared, will, but the defense keep pinching in on the boards. It reminds you of the Torpedo Swedish system, in which they don't use natural defensemen. They're hybrids, and they basically are enabled to pinch on every play. So you'd have one true defenseman, two hybrid D out there that are also hybrid forwards, and you just pinch along the wall every single time trying to keep the puck in.
Yeah, it's a great way to interrupt breakouts that run up the boards. Hems people in their own zone. And yeah, that seems to be actually what Liberty does.
For Delaware, you got to imagine an adjustment they want to make is finding someone in the middle of the ice on the breakout instead of throwing it back up the boards.
You would, yeah, you would think. We'll see if they make that adjustment.
Schartz near wall, off the stick of Steele. That drive wide of the goal, kept in far side. Torrey's shot on net's going to be held on to. Rather, that was Rabinowitz directing it on net, and Halpenny able to hold on.
Yeah, you haven't seen them like be able to skate it out of their own zone much at all.
And in those instances where they have, that's where they've created the most offense.
Yeah, yeah.
They get their own blue, and anything can happen.
And it even seems like when they go high off the glass, they know they're hitting it right at the Liberty's defenders. They're just hoping it'll bounce over them or something. Just a lucky bounce they're banking on.
I think a lot of that comes from good pressure from the Liberty forwards. I mean, we've seen it a number of times, whether it's just a lot of energy coming from guys like Barima or Jordan Bocinski just being really strategic in his forecheck, making sure he takes away the D-to-D pass.
Shot in the slot, that goes wide.
Liberty's been real strong in the forecheck all evening, and Delaware's had no answer for it.
Walking off the wall in slow motion, thrown out in front. Crane knocked off his stick, kept in by Kuma. Flames able to get back there now. Fricks forced to push it up the wall. Garvin will now clear it out.
One of the keys to the game we had discussed earlier for Delaware was north-south game, just moving the puck up the ice, not laterally, and they have had a fair amount of success when they do that, but you got to get it out of your own end first.
Frick sends that one off the rafters. Boy, that one came down, and luckily right into a small section here at the LIC of empty seats. That one had a lot of velocity behind it.
Yeah, sure did.
Well, to start this period for Delaware, this is probably the most 5-on-5 pressure they've had all night. So we'll see if they can build off that.
Yep.
Far corner, Reynolds ahead, right up the middle, right onto the tape of Hayes. He'll send it in on the back end, and now Hayes and Carlson in on the forecheck. Quickly played near side. Purakowski looking for a skating lane. He'll send it in, wide of the net. Kirkshank able to get back to it. It took a really odd hop off the old kick plate and came back into the slot area. Flames had to be careful on that one. Cox able to poke it ahead. Then he blows the tire. Back up though, Cox trying to force his way in on net. What looked to be a 2-on-1 kind of broke up. Carlson in, he's dancing around. Cox scores!
Forced his way to the middle. He drew all the defenders to him. The whole Delaware defense just collapsed in the middle. When the puck got poked off of Carlson's stick, it was just waiting there, teed up for Ryan Cox to bury it in the back of the net. Yawning Cage I mean, he's outnumbered. So many more blue sweaters down there than white ones, but it doesn't matter.
Even 4 or 5 seconds before that puck made its way to the net, Cox got taken out of the play long after he had played the puck. He just happened to get back into it before the Delaware defender finds the yawning cage, as you said.
Icing call, Blomberg trying to beat it out. Delaware back in time. That was one of the uglier goals I've seen all year. It's Cox in the neutral zone, loses his edge, gets back up, ridden into the corner. A little bit of mayhem. Carlson comes out in front, off a body, and then a wide open cage. It was, I'm sure, Delaware feeling defeated after that goal. It seems like they had it all covered, and then boom, right in the back of the net.
Yeah, and Ryan Cox, as you mentioned earlier, he's a pesky presence on the ice for sure. It seems like every time he's out there, he takes an extra shot or two, and right there it paid off. He drew the defender away and ended up putting it away.
Puck in the corner. Getting it out to the line, that is Docking. Karapi trying to get it. Comes in on goal. East can play the puck. Sends it off the near glass and out. Reynolds right there for it. Flames go D to D. Gammer providing support. It comes to him. He gains the line. Gammer trying to make a move. He's doing the old Sergei Berezin, cutting it right across the middle there. Bushinsky knocked off the puck. Getting to it. Ostrander, there he send it out. Cruikshank with it. Lots of open ice here. Bushinsky was hoping that one was going to sneak in behind old Anderson. Puck goes low, Redgate. Walking it up the wall. Niski. Boy, Redgate was just hauled down on that play by Fricks. Penalty coming here against the Flames. The shot stopped off the chest protector of Halpenny. Goes far boards. Thompson laying a hit, didn't play the puck. Now the Flames do, and they will head back to the box. And with that, time now to check in once again with Monica McKenzie.
Thanks, guys. Well, a former Delaware goaltender was selected to join the NHL this season. S.J. Brodt applied for the position of the New Jersey Devils emergency backup goaltender. He got this position. He was selected out of over 400 applicants, and this is just a great way to see how the ACHA and the NHL are partnering together to expand the reach of hockey. Another way they're doing this is by playing all the national tournament games in cities that have NHL teams like Columbus and Dallas, so their fans can get to see these ACHA tournament games. So congratulations to S.J. Brodt. Hopefully he's able to suit up for the Devils this year.
Hopefully for ACHA fans, I'm sure the Devils probably aren't feeling that exact way. Not that SJ's a bad goaltender, I'm just saying anytime you have to do the emergency recall, you know you're perhaps getting a couple more gray hairs on your head.
He should have signed up for Las Vegas.
Yeah, they've used like 6 goalies already this year.
A shot stopped by Halpenny in front, they score! Brian Ostrander makes it a 2-goal lead for the Flames.
It's a real heads-up play coming behind the net to find his man in the middle. Obviously, the defensive kind of collapsed around Halpenny and a lot of chaos right there in the slot. But he waits it out, and instead of just throwing it in the middle and hoping to get a lucky bounce, he finds Ostrander in the slot, is able to bury it on the low glove side. There's from behind the net. Finds the man in the middle, through all those Liberty defenders.
Yeah, all those guys puck watching. The 2 defensemen were tied up, but the 2 forwards back checking, caught watching the puck, and that's definitely not what you can afford to do on the man, the penalty kill.
Barima brought it in across the line, sent towards the goal. East had to be careful, and he's able to snare it. That's something that you see a lot at this level of hockey is the wingers, the back checkers, don't pick up their man. They back check, they get there, but then they're like, okay, we're here, but they don't worry about tying somebody up.
They also almost over back check sometimes, so they'll all come, they'll hustle all the way back and get below the hash marks, and then you have that guy hanging back in the slot just waiting for a wide open look.
Oh, Frick's a hot drive on net. Just getting the pad on that one was East. Here comes Niski. Niski controlling it, curls up the boards, throws it out in front. Nobody was there. The Flames back the other way. Cruikshank somehow feeds that through. It's dropped back in front. Thompson, a shot. That's stopped. Another shot towards the goal, stopped by East. Garvin, the wraparound try. Found the side of the net. Thompson throwing it, cross ice. Cruikshank now spins away from one. Bodies another. Zdenczek went down. Thompson looking towards the goal, plays it side of the net. Brema, quick play, almost tucked that one in. Some extracurricular activity.
Yeah, keys to the game for Delaware were to stay out of the box, but Liberty seems like they're going after them after the whistle more often than not tonight.
There's that pass from Garvin to find Barima in the slot. Barima just couldn't handle it, but unbelievable just awareness from Garvin. Couple follow-up opportunities there. Garvin almost had him on the wraparound too, almost beat Stephen East to the far post.
Thompson had a look too. You think if he could have just got that in the upper half of the net, that would have been a goal with East sprawling out.
Puck deep, Cody Clark met it there. Left by Colt Steele. Roberts looking for it in front. It comes in front of the goal, but now picked up and cleared away. A large hack and a penalty is going to be called here by the back official. And Flames playing an undisciplined brand of hockey right now. You have to believe sooner or later it's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah, well, in that last power play, Delaware ended up putting one in, and here they go again less than 2 minutes later.
Yeah, sloppy penalty from Zachariah Roberts on that one. Just stopped moving his feet.
I don't like when they call that sometimes though. Just because the guy drops his stick. I mean, a stick lift could be the same amount of pressure, just in the opposite direction. And you know, it's like just because he dropped doesn't mean it was. Could have had a weak grip on it.
Regardless, Delaware back to the power play here.
That tipped in front. Halpenny had to be sharp. Zucker, far boards. Niski getting to it. Barima taking him down. Making sure there's no call on that play. Barima was knocked down as well. The hands still don't go up, and right now it seems like Liberty getting the short end of the stick when it comes to calls. They have had their fair share of just dumb plays, you could say.
Barima just getting abused out there right now.
Yeah, he is.
But he's not the guy to retaliate, though, and that's what you want out of your leaders.
It's along the boards, comes near side. Kept in down low. Zucker looking for it, cleared out by the Flames. Niski going back to pick it up.
You guys talked earlier about Michael Niski's tape job. It's actually not black and white mixed together. It's just 3 strands of white across the blade with no tape in between it.
Oh.
It's like a triple Eric Lindros.
Shot towards the goal, sticked behind the net by Halpenny.
Maybe it was just at the end of the tape roll.
Maybe.
Make it last.
Puck there, side of the net. It comes out in front. Halpenny down. They score.
Kyle Crane just misplayed it on the back door. Halpenny thought he had it covered. Scored it out to Kyle Crane, who was unable to clear. Puck scored it back into the middle where
the Flames want something looked at.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're complaining about, but they're all pointing at the net.
I believe they're saying the net was off. Halpenny was outstretched with his skates pinned. Yeah, the net was
Crane
absolutely
went to the
off. You see it right there on that left,
right
that
there.
left mooring.
You're right, it's off by a solid 3-4 inches.
But with the puck being loose, and in that area,
you call it.
Yeah. You absolutely have to blow it dead. But now, I mean, how do you make your mistake right?
I have seen those calls a few times in my time playing here where the net comes off and the goal counts anyway, but it's all up to the referee's discretion on any given play.
Nonetheless, Kyle Crane has got to get that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, for sure. That's poor puck management. Twice now Liberty has resulted in goals going against them.
A huge save by East. Blomberg fed it across. East up to the task, and you know, I was saying at first maybe they thought about a mercy pull, but he has held it in there, and a penalty coming here. The Flames will head to the power play.
Well, I'll tell you what, his team is helping him out too now. They've snuck back to a 4-3 game.
And Delaware sends one to the sin bin. For hooking, it was Andrew Karapi. So Liberty going to the power play now for the first time this period. Look to regain that 2-goal lead here.
When you watch this team play without Quinn Ryan on the top unit, what does his absence, what kind of difficulties does it create?
I would say they're really missing his poise with the puck. I mean, he could have two guys all over him, and he still finds the open guy. It doesn't mean that guy's going to get a shot, but just puck possession and control. But Colt Steele also pretty poised there, filling in for him, but Brian's just got such good vision, so we'll see how they can make do without him tonight.
Steele playing it deep. Zidinzek along the wall. Nice little play there by Colt. Sharts near side. Roberts. Garvin lost his stick, had to pick it up. Another shot blocked away. Trying to bat that one out of the air was Garvin. Out top, Sharts, Steele, Roberts. Starts to sneak in. Garvin going in front. Thompson a shot, he scores!
Special teams yet again.
Kind of a broken play in front. Grant Garvin goes to walk in from the corner and again draws all the defenders to him. Puck gets poked off his stick. Brock Thompson's able to collect it and just lift it over the shoulder of Steven East. Put the Flames back up by 2 goals.
Yeah, Fitzy, that's, again, we saw it happen in the other end. The defenders on the penalty kill, puck watching, and lose the guy wide open in the slot. No mistake there by Brock Thompson.
What a difference a year makes. Brock Thompson currently sitting with 14 goals on the year. He only had 10 all of last season.
I hate being right all the time, Rhett, but we talked last season so often about Brock Thompson and how if he had a big offseason, if he worked hard, he could come back this year and be a big-time scorer for the Flames. And we were right.
You were right.
I don't believe you hate being right all the time.
I don't hate it at all. It's great.
So then you're wrong. You do. You love it.
Puck taken by Cox. From a sharp angle, he tried to throw it out in front. Cox still with it. Played into the near corner. Niski able to get there. He's dancing around, and Carlson had him lined up. Sent back in deep. Boy, you have to think if Carlson got full body on Niski, all that would have been left is just perhaps some residue.
Well, you got to think he's like their top points guy, and he hangs onto the puck so long, and he's not a big guy. I'm sure a lot of guys take runs at him all season.
Sharts lobs that one towards the net. It was knocked down. Comes back out the other way. Mazzella gains the blue line, sends it into the high slot area. It went all the way through. Now Sharts will airmail this one right back out. Gammer trying to send a short little pass to Bushinsky. Didn't connect, offside the call.
Timeout. Media timeout.
Brock Thompson, once again, giving the Flames a 2-goal lead. 9:11 left here in the second period. If you like goals, this is the game for you. We'll be back.
I'm here in Lynchburg on a mission to find out if people know where they can be safe and buy smart at Kraft Hyundai. Hi, can I ask you a quick question? Sure. Do you know where Kraft Hyundai is on Lakeside Drive? Oh, that's across from Sheets. Do you know where Kraft Hyundai is? On Lakeside Drive? That's right, Lakeside Drive. Do you know where Kraft Hyundai is on Lakeside Drive? Is that the one across from the Sheets? It is. It's across from Sheets on Lakeside Drive. And cute dog, by the way. Be safe, buy smart at Kraft Hyundai on Lakeside.
Experience the excitement of Liberty Lady Flames basketball. Come see the 16-time Big South champions live.
At the buzzer, Johnson.
Get your tickets at libertyflames.com.
Play will resume here in the neutral zone. Halfway through this hockey game, the Flames up by 2. Cole Zucker out to take the draw. Flames top line coming out. One back by Delaware. Played forward by Kuma. Flames able to knock that pass down though. Reynolds takes it off a skate. Sharts sends it around the boards. Near side, Garvin coming in with speed. Flames can't clear though. Shot towards the net. Wide of the goal, almost popped back out in front. Now they have a jam play, they score!
And again, actually this one, the ref's gonna call off because the net came off again. Same side, similar style play. Halpany pushes off the post, the net comes off.
The official knows to watch for it this time, and I want to point out how Liberty handled that last goal. While it would have been tempting to just get all upset and to chew out the officials, Zane Charts goes over there, has a discussion with him, explains to him what he thought happened, and this time around, the official watches for it, makes sure he gets it right, and instead of it being a one-goal game again, Liberty prevents another bad call.
See, in my opinion, this is the goal that should have counted. Because right here you see Halpany pushes off on the play. So he comes out in front, Halpany pushes off, net comes off, it goes in. Like, that's a good hockey play, and I'm totally fine with that being called a goal. But the one before, it was off for an extended period of time, tons of time for the play to be called down, and they don't call it. So if I'm Donahue for Delaware, I'm extremely frustrated by that call.
But I guess we're all evened away here now.
Is it? The ruling is it's the ref's discretion, though, right? If he thought it would have went in anyways.
I believe that's what it is.
That's what.
Like, regardless of where the net is, if the puck was going to go in anyway.
Yeah.
But you could make the argument there that Halpany couldn't really push off his post because the net came off, and he wasn't in the position to actually stop it how he intended.
Yep.
So.
Well, nonetheless, the Blue Hens still down by 2. Ostrander squeezed off along the wall. Garvin battling forward. He's out there with Gammer and Blomberg. A shot towards the net. Hits the post. That one came across the line. It's called off. Official didn't see it, but we'll take another look at it here in just a second. Blomberg ahead. Crane rubbed off by Zdinzek. Gammer throws it out in front. Nobody was there. Stick lifted, Blomberg seals off the boards, Gammer lays the body. Penalty coming behind the play, and now the Flames will head to the kill once again. Take another look at it here. Oh, no, I was wrong. That one still had inches. It's crazy how the angle from up here, it totally looked like that puck was in for sure.
I guess that's why we're up here and the ref's down there. But
yeah, that's right. Cole Gamer hit it off for interference. Jeff Betker not happy about it. Basically just hit a man who didn't have the puck. Puck was a good few feet in front of him. Betker wanted to argue that it is just body contact and part of the game.
Niski at the line. Delaware another opportunity to tighten up this deficit. Play deep, pass in front off a couple of bodies, jam plate the side of the goal. Halpany down, the shot, they score! Niski. His 6th goal of the season.
And another scramble play. We haven't seen too many clean goals, but a broken play again leads to another puck winding up in the back of the net.
Halpany's gonna dive over kind of unconventionally here at the end, and Niski just waits the extra second for his dive to get out of the way to find room at the top of the net.
But
make it a 1-goal game once again.
That's the 3rd or 4th goal tonight going either way, that guys have been caught puck watching and someone finds their way down to the middle of the slot and winds up in the back of the net.
Yeah, it all just gets so clogged up in front that people forget. They think that, oh, it's got to be under the goaltender, or at some point the play is going to stop, the net's going to come off, the official's about to blow it dead. But like this a couple times in a row now for both teams that it hasn't happened. The puck scored it out and then ended up in the back of the net.
5-4 right now in favor of Liberty. A wild second period here at the LIC.
And I believe that's the 3rd power play goal for Delaware tonight.
Carlson takes a hit right in front of the Delaware bench, much like the Gammer play, and now the Blue Hens will go off for interference. Chris Mazzella, the culprit. And I like now, sometimes this cracks me up, and this is nothing against Delaware. This is the majority of teams that come to the LIC. When they don't agree with calls, everybody's like, look at the screen. Look at the replay. They always want the official to check out the replay.
Even if that one wasn't interference, it was just a high hit right in the face.
Yeah, you got to get your hands up pretty high to hit Carlson in the face.
Exactly, yeah.
We see Delaware do that a lot. They did it a lot last night. They're doing it a lot here today.
Yeah, Carlson actually got tagged pretty good with about a minute left last night, coming through the center of the ice in the head again. like I said, you got to get your hands up high to hit him in the face.
Played out, perfect bounce, the breakaway, shot, scores! Kevin Felice, short-handed, ties the game.
Well, Colt Steele and Grant Garvin got tied up on the same puck in the neutral zone. Scored it to the defender, was able to bounce it off the boards and feed his man for the breakaway. Nice little move here, finding the 5-hole on Josh Halpenny. And just like that, Kirk Handy.
Yep, they're going to Burak.
That's a good play. Legs moving just all the way in. Doesn't give Halpenny any chance to set his feet or anything.
While they might be yanking Halpenny now for Burak, you can't really fault him on most of the goals that have gone in tonight. It's really just a knock on the players to pick up the slack and, you know, just clean slate here halfway through this game.
Frickson across the line, drops it back. Bushinsky across, the shot stopped by East. Puck comes back out in front. Bushinsky still holding on to it. Gammer now a drive. East never saw it. It hit Blomberg in front. Interference is going to be called, and going off will be Harrison Kuma.
Just like that, Delaware evens up the game, and now they're going to be down 2 men for at least a minute 13.
Fellas, you heard it here first. Zane Sharps just came over to me and said, one-timer, goal. This is his call. Babe Ruth calling a shot here on this 5-on-3 opportunity.
I think he got one on the 5-on-3 last night on
He
the
did,
one-timer.
he did. Yep.
Thompson out to Sharts. Sending it back into the corner. Thompson, Sharts again. Garvin, his shot stopped. Colt Steele out top. Roberts posted up in front. Garvin, Sharts. Oh, a little bit too much on it. He healed that one. Goes down into the corner. Thompson open here on the back door if they can find a passing lane. Comes to Sharts, another shot, he scores!
The puck movement's been excellent for the power play for the Flames all night long. Zane Sharps knew it. He knew where it was going. He knew it was coming to him. And Grant Garvin just moving it around, moving it back and forth until he got the look that he wanted. And then the rocket. The clap bomb, as I put it last night. Buried on the power play.
High glove side.
Great call, great call.
East really didn't have a whole lot going for him there.
Poked in by Barima. Flames still on the power play. It's along the boards. Gammer playing it. Bushinsky. Barima lingering near side. Blomberg posted up in front. Pass came through. Fricks didn't read it. And they have to retreat out into the neutral zone. Sharts has gotten the mojo going again here this weekend series. Came in with 4 goals, has almost totaled his series or season output in just 2 games. Bushinsky, nice little stutter step. Fricks sends it towards the net. Hauled down on the play was Gammer, no call. It's got snow all over him. Gammer, ooh, what a nifty little play. His shot is gloved.
That had me faked.
Yeah, I was following Fricks.
That reminded me, the only time I've ever seen that done in a game with a goal, Pavel Bure actually came in on a breakaway, sent it into his feet, kicked it back off his heel, and just tucked it in far post.
I thought Delaware was heading on another shorthanded breakaway there for a split second. Gammer had everyone in the rink fooled, I'm pretty sure.
Face-off one back by Garvin. Sharts out there once again. If he gets another one, he will have matched his season output in terms of goals. Colt Steele out to the line. Thompson near side. Sharts winds up again. He scores!
It's the same look. You'd think that Delaware would put somebody in the shooting lane.
Zane Sharts definitely has that one-timer on the PP dialed in this weekend. Another bomb, this one just low over the pad.
Stephen East kind of got screened by his own defender there.
But the story of this one has really been special teams. 5-on-5, seems like both the teams are on even footing, but there's been so many power play goals, and I think a shorthanded goal or two in the mix too.
2 power play goals for Zane Sharts has given the Flames a 2-goal lead, and they are currently on top 7-5. We still have one more whole period to go. Fricks turns up ice. He'll flip it forward. Hayes is not going to be able to beat this one out, and touching up will be Thomas Cascone. Face-off coming left of Cole Burak. If you are just joining us, this has been a wild second period. Flames came into it with a solid lead, 3-1, and then things just opened up. Delaware eventually tying it at 5-5. Moments ago, Sharts with back-to-back power play goals. Flames back on top in the process. Josh Halpenny getting pulled in favor of Burak. This puck's going to be flipped out. Remains in play. Carlson, a little lumberjack chop. No call. Cruikshank able to keep it in. He'll send it deep. Takes a hit. He goes down awkwardly. The hit was up high, and I didn't see any contact, but Cruikshank not one to usually milk it. He's back up quickly, and he's skating off.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get another look at that because it happened so quick.
Holding his right knee. I don't know if he caught a rut perhaps when he was trying to twist away from the hit and just caught him awkwardly. But he's going to be going down the tunnel. Good to see him get back up on his own power.
Sharts had another little conversation with the referees there following that play, so maybe they saw something we didn't.
Well, perhaps the knee caught him that led. It was more of a punch.
Looks more like a Charlie horse to me, maybe. Caught him more in the thigh than the knee.
Clark had it down deep momentarily, played up along the wall. Kept in by Steele at the near point. Cascone unable to get it out. Clark being harassed. Colt Steele sweeping it towards the net, just a little bit wide. Steele with it once again. Clark trying to post up a high shot, snared by East. Well, hey, stay with us here in the second period. We'll break things down. We'll also hear from Kirk Handy, and as always, we've got a little game on feature for you. This time we're going to be talking about a player on the men's soccer team, Shalom Dute. One into the corner. Looked like just blowing a tire on the play was Kuma. Flames now able to keep it in. Trying to thread it deep. Barima. Gaining speed, looking to exit the zone. Redgate makes a move. Barima looking to lay the body. Burak, the paddle down, poked that centering pass away. Comes in front again. Nobody home for Delaware and just across the line. Delaware forced to regroup. Kuma will flip that one in. 2:19 remaining here in the second period. Icing will be the call of Zidinzek, able to get back and touch it up.
In the first period, we saw Delaware score a crucial last-minute goal to kind of temper some of the momentum that Liberty would have had going into that first intermission. Heading into the last 2:14, another late period goal for the Blue Hens could be huge.
Puck goes deep. Fricks ran into a dangerous area, just decided to flip it out. Getting back for it, Emmerich loses it in his feet, attacking him. That's Garvin. He's got it now, trying to throw it out in front. He had Gammer in the slot. Reynolds laying a bit of a hip, comes in on goal. First stop there for Burak. Garvin running out of time and space, throws it up the boards, kept in. Swept deep by Jenny, cleared out now by the Flames. Icing called once again as getting back as Marciniak. With the adjustment Delaware has made, but the last couple of shifts, the Flames have struggled to get it out of their own zone cleanly.
Yeah, it seems like maybe they've taken a page of the Liberty book. The defensemen are stepping up on the boards as the puck's getting chipped off the glass and keeping it down low and getting some chances off of it.
Which is odd because the Liberty had this 1-2-2 from Delaware, all undressed all the first 4 periods.
Zucker playing it deep. Blomberg covering his man. Puck still along the wall. Delaware starting to win the 50-50 battles. It goes deep. Blomberg, far side. Crane ahead. Gammer couldn't get a stick on it, though he's able to beat out the icing. East will fire it around. Blomberg got a piece of it. Still had enough momentum to clear the zone. Zucker ahead. Ostrander makes a move. He's in. Stopped by Burak. Penalty coming again by the rear official. And Kirk Handy, the whole reason he wanted to bring in a 4-man team was to get, and I'm talking about officials, is to get rid of that hit that happened on Josh Hamilton behind the play, the knee-on-knee. But man, it sure does seem like there has been so many more penalties since they brought in the additional man wearing the stripes.
Yeah, you've got one extra set of eyes looking to make calls, and they've definitely done that. In the last few weeks, there's been a plethora of penalty calls.
He wins it. Anybody who can say plethora in a hockey game wins it. Just saying. That used
Very
to be
educated,
our game.
educated sounding.
Puck comes near point. Zdinzak to Zucker, looking towards the net. Pass across, the shot stopped by Burak, and it's cleared.
That brings on another Moto Southwest Grill penalty kill.
Niski. Pass across, Zucker. Puck is in the corner, comes out top. Zdinzak, his shot through traffic, held onto by Cole Burak.
Burak hasn't really seen a whole lot of action since he came in a few minutes ago due to the penalties that Delaware's taken, but he's closed the door when called upon so far.
Shot through traffic, skips wide, thrown back out in front. Burak actually leaping. This puck will come and catch somebody in the head. Always worried there is you got youth in the stands and people not puck watching. This is the one time you want to do that. Seems like everybody's okay. 11.9 remaining here, second period. One to the boards. Out to the point. Zdinzak, another drive towards the net. That went wide. Zucker trying to bring it out in front. The centering feed clears the zone, and that will do it. Zane Shart's 2 power play goals in the second half of that period regains the Flames' 2-goal lead. When we come back, we talk to the head boss here of the Flames, Kirk Handy.
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
It's our home.
It's our home. Rooted in excellence.
Built from hard work. It's our backbone.
An undeniable will.
Driven to surpass our potential.
It's our heart.
Unbreakable bonds. And our journey. Striving for more.
Determined to lead.
Day in and day out.
This is the Big South.
Where winners are made.
Listen, we've all got to make choices. If you're hungry and you got $5, you could eat this stuff that the meat, bean, cheese randomizer Kiero'd into a box.
Taco Guacarito Supreme.
Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, drink, fries, and look at this fresh baked cookie. So it's a choice, I guess. The $5 All-Star Meals. There's 4 of them, and there's no better way to spend $5. Only at Hardee's.
A back and forth second period. Let's hear how Kirk Handy thought it went. He's standing by with Monica McKenzie.
Thanks, guys. Kirk, you told me you wanted to see your team playing with a higher level of emotional intelligence. Do you see your guys making those good choices on the ice tonight?
Well, sometimes, you know, we're taking 7 penalties. That's way too many, you know. But it's kind of a wild period. You know, 8 goals are scored. They score 3 power play. We score 3 power play. You know, it's kind of not really the way you want it, you know, to be, for sure.
Yeah, and you're up 3 goals just 7 minutes into the game. What's allowing Delaware to stay in this game? I mean, it's easy to think you have it in the bag, but they just keep coming back over and over.
Yeah, they're feisty. We got to stay out of the penalty box. So, you know, we don't want to, you know, 5-on-5. We like what we're doing 5-on-5. We can't afford to take penalties.
Good luck. Thanks.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Monica. And that's really the storyline of this game. Both sides getting into the penalty box, and you know, if I count correctly, which I probably haven't, when it comes to special teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. So 6 out of the 12, 50% of the goals tonight come either a man down or a man advantage. So they're playing a key role.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot before the game started, that it was going to be a key. I mean, Liberty's keeping pace with Delaware in the penalty box tonight, where last night it was all Delaware all the time. So special teams have been the key here.
It makes such a difference as well when it comes to just the flow of the game. When you keep going to the penalty box, you have some of your top line guys that are just not able to get out in the ice. They get frustrated, they're not getting touches.
Yeah, one thing actually I noticed, I don't know if it happens too often, I've seen Niski actually out on their penalty kill a couple times. I don't know if he traditionally kills or not, but they're getting him out there.
Flames still up by 2. Stay with us. Third period coming up in just a bit.
It's time now for the Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities Intermission. Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities. We want to do life with you.
Eight goals in the second period. Let's start taking a look at them here. That was actually the first goal of the game. It's been just a crazy affair thus far. Crease crashing, breakaways, shorthanded goals, power plays galore. I'm sure it's just a coach's nightmare in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to get your guys to get their emotions in check. And I mean, if you're Delaware, you're only 2 goals down. Like, anything can happen. If you're Liberty, you got to stay out of the box for the rest of the game.
Yeah, with this many goals going in, you know, you could get back in it in the third as Delaware. Like, it was tied at 5-5. They were down 3-0 at one point. Yep. So, yeah, it's definitely, you can stay optimistic to some degree here.
That one goal that was killer, and we were just talking about it, is Crane in the crease, the one that snuck through the wickets of Halpenny. And I believe he put his arm on the post because he thought Halpenny had it, and then he didn't realize that, no, it had squeaked through the wickets. We'll see that here in just a sec. But Halpenny just a lot of bad luck in terms of bounces and poor defensive zone coverage and whatnot. Here it is right here, look. Crane, yeah, see, puts his hand up on the crossbar, thought the play was dead, and then it comes back out in front.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he was going to put the net back on. That's a possibility. And here's the end of Halpenny's night, a 5-hole squeaker. That coming from Kevin Felice. It was a short-handed goal that tied the game up at 5. Zane Schartz afterwards did T2 up on the power play, giving the Flames a 2-goal lead. But you know, like you're saying, Delaware only down by 2 right now. Anything can happen, especially in this game. It's like the Wild Wild West right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, you really just got to come in, dialed in, get your focus back in order, and get ready to work and grind.
Yeah, some games 2 goals down going into the third is an issue, but in this game it doesn't seem that way. 2 goals are pretty easy to get right now.
I mean, 8 and 20 minutes is a pretty high ratio. So I wouldn't be surprised we see a few more for both sides here in this period.
Yep.
But this is about where the game got ugly last night. So if you're Delaware, you don't want that to happen again, obviously. Liberty, like I said a minute ago, you need to keep your emotions in check, not let the game get away from you and buckle down, because as an unranked team, they can't afford to lose or have this game be closer than it needs to be. Liberty can't.
Christian, you had an interesting perspective. You know, we talked about guys puck watching. They're not turning around, covering their checks. The high guy coming in, or even the defenseman pinching in from the point. What were you saying?
I was saying that, I mean, for most of these guys, I hate to be that guy, but looking at Delaware, they have a lot of freshmen, but both teams have a lot of young guys. on the teams before they came here, they're most likely the best or one of the best players on their team, and that's typically the offensive talent on those teams. So coming here to where they're no longer the best player on their team, they're being thrust into defensive roles and penalty kill roles that they're not used to. They're not used to maybe opposing power plays being as lethal as they are at this level, and they get caught puck watching, and next thing you know, there's 2 or 3 goals up against you because you've lost a guy in the slot 2 or 3 times already that night. So that's just an interesting thing to think about these young guys on both teams as they adjust to this level of play.
For yourself, you came into Liberty as a freshman, and you said originally you liked to be a defensive forward, even though you were a goal scorer before you came to Liberty. How long did it take you to get comfortable and feel really at home being a PK guy and a defensive first-minded forward?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my story is probably a little different than most guys that come to these onto these teams in this league. Is they were recruited. I walked onto the team, and I was told when I first started skating with the team that there was no spot open. So I just had to do everything I could to try and secure a spot on the team. And then once I made the team, it was, I want to stay in the lineup. What do I need to do? And back then, Liberty was one of the most penalized teams in the league for 4 or 5 years straight. So I got a lot of ice time, and I had to, really hone in on that skill. And I knew I wasn't going to be a goal scorer. So it's fun to play, and it's fun to contribute to the team effort. You don't get the glory that guys that score the goals do, but ultimately you're one of the main reasons your team is succeeding. Or if you don't embrace that role, I mean, your team's not going to succeed. So
play resumes here as the puck is sent in deep, going back after it fricks. He looks to hack it up the wall. Boshinski in the box for another 50 seconds. Delaware starting off on the power play. We get some real momentum here with the goal. Sent towards the net. Pad save made by Burak. Niski, top of the circle, side of the net now. They throw it in front and they score. Cole Zucker, the big body captain, bangs it in. And Delaware back to within 1.
Just a missed assignment for Tim Barima on the back door there. Power play moves the puck around until they get him out of position, and just eventually the pass comes across the middle and buried on the back door to make it a 1-goal game.
And we mentioned it late in the first period, Delaware gets their first goal. You never, you would love to get a goal in the first or final minute of the period, and as Liberty, that's twice they've had lapses, and those are the 2 minutes of a period where you really need to tighten up defensively. And I mean, obviously that mental lapse is costing them, as now it's only a 1-goal deficit here for Delaware.
And you're right, when you talk about rankings in this league, and it's all computer based, and they have their their formulas and how it's weighed and whatnot, a lot of it comes down to goal differential. And right now, Delaware not ranked in the top 25, and this could be a win for the Flames, but you could still even drop in the rankings if you don't beat a unranked team by the max margin.
Yeah, a win isn't always a win in this league.
Garvin with speed, cutting in. He runs into the goaltender, brings a crowd of Blue Hens around him. They're having some words for him as he's stuck there in the net. Thompson coming in to help out.
East looks like he's struggling to get up here. He's staying down.
Stephen East took quite a collision with the post after Garvin ran into him. Bumping into the post, that was violent.
Yeah, he did have a pretty good jolt there into the net. Looks like he maybe caught.
It could have been a tailbone on the post even.
Yeah, or right knee, back of the knee area. He's slow to get up, and a Liberty trainer now coming out onto the ice.
Actually, I think that's the doctor on site. Coming out to take a look, but East has gotten back to his feet on his own here, but she's still going to take a look, it looks like.
Yep, just waved her off.
And you can see Delaware, they gotta protect that guy, because unlike Liberty, who has 2 very capable goalies that they switch between, East has taken the majority of their all but 4 games played, actually. East has played 13. This will be 14 and 15 this weekend, yeah?
So weird as a goaltender. You're down in the butterfly. You got your hips flared. You take a jolt, and you're just, you're not naturally, you don't naturally bend that way.
You're not
typically
supposed to move like that.
Yeah, you're just, it's not something you do in everyday life, right? Like how many people go down the butterfly, when they're watching TV or something. So you take a hit in that area and it's low, and it give you a cramp, or you can get a little pull in the hip flexor or something weird like that. So good to see him back up between the pipes. Always fun to watch. Blomberg cross ice. Some 5-on-5 play here for a couple moments. I'm sure it won't last long. Comes out top. Reynolds pinching it off the line. He tried to thread it back door. Posted up there was Bushinsky. 2-on-1 forming. Blomberg slow to get off. The pass across, there was a no-looker by Niski, was broken up by Schartz. It's at the line. Sent down low. Niski. Net has come off. Just a moment, we're going to catch up with Monica McKenzie. She has got an update on Crookshank. We'll catch up with her next dead in play. Face-off will come to the left of Cole Burak. Net came off its moorings. Cole Zucker, I think, complaining or asking, hey, can we watch these Liberty goalies? East not having a problem with the net coming off its moorings. Seems like it's always in Liberty's zone. Sent around. Schartz spins back into his own zone, trying to find an open lane. Feeds it up the boards. Bushinsky gets off. Hayes had his head down, ran right into a Delaware forward. Now he gets a new stick. Cox tied up in front of the bench. He along with Cascone. A little wrestling going on. Hayes ahead. Cox drops it. Nice little play. Hayes throws on the brakes. The spin to the middle. Lost the handle. Loose puck though, just left by Delaware. Sent down deep. Cox out top. Schartz, the backhander across. Fricks. Bouncing puck, didn't get much on that. Out top. Schartz a drive. Wide of the goal, clears the zone. Fricks is back for it. Hayes flips it out. Marciniak gathers things, reverses it to himself. Looks to go up the far side of the ice. Now he sends it near side. Pierkowski moving it forward. Carlson takes a hit. Stick gets up high. Pierkowski knocking down Carlson. East clearing attempt, knocked down by Colt Steele. Cody Clark in the corner. Looked to keep it deep, wasn't able to. Flames defense, holding the line, tried to bat it in deep. Now they send it in. Jenny near boards. Marciniak cross ice, swallowed up, dropped off. Flames unable to get a quality shot off on that turnover. Kevin Felice. Got 2 goals on the weekend series, taking it deep. Ran into the end boards by Reynolds. Puck is played down low. Reynolds using his legs to get out of danger. Here he comes. Drops it near side. Roberts back towards the net. Sticked into the corner by East. Colt Steele trying to hack it down low. Felice. Across the line, spinning, was docking. Still holding on to it near side. Zidinzek, his shot. Blocked down in front by Crane. He lost it. Bushinsky just going to flip that one ahead. Blomberg couldn't gather it. Puck was behind him. Now he gets it. Has the stick knocked out of his hands. No call from either official. Comes out top. Fricks a drive. Rebound was sitting there. Blomberg plays it side of the net. Comes out top. Schartz, his shot off a skate. Fricks once again. Back to Schartz. Sent towards the goal, looking to redirect it was Gamer and Blomberg. Blomberg tried to send it out in front. He pokes it up along the wall. Gamer controlling it. A nice cut. His shot off a leg. Flames still able to keep it in. Bushinsky now. Being hooked on the play. Pinned now along the boards. Gamer takes a hit. He's knocked down. Barima coming on the ice as Blomberg goes off. Brema, nifty little play. Bushinsky couldn't get to the puck. He had Gammer wide open on the back door. Karapi playing it forward. Schartz ahead. Gammer still out there. Long shift here for that Bushinsky-Gammer Blomberg line. Puck sent ahead. Goes through Schartz. Icing called as Crane able to get back and touch it up. Well, let's get in touch with Monica McKenzie. She's got an injury update for us.
Yeah, guys, I was talking to the trainer, Kyle Swanson, and he told me Cruikshank has a lower body injury and will not be returning to the game, so obviously that's a big loss defensively for the Flames.
Yeah, tough loss. The Waterloo boy out of the lineup for the rest of this game. Flames now down to 5 defensemen. I've had some injuries on the back end. Garrett Nelson not in the lineup, fighting the injury bug. Now Cruikshank going off.
Looking down at the bench right now, I don't see Josh Bergen on the bench either.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was looking for the other defense when I said 5, and you're right. I don't see him, so potentially down to 4. Puck in the corner, Barima brings his man down, and all of a sudden the whistles have been put in the pockets here of the Stripes. Reynolds ahead. He'll send it in. East sending it around. Cox leaves the puck, lays the body. Delaware wanted a penalty. It didn't come. Here comes Niski. He's got speed. Flames defense caught flat-footed. They squeeze him off. He tried to catch back up to the puck, but Burak able to clear it into the corner. Quick pass ahead. Here's Garvin. Tried to make a move. Being bodied there by Cascone. Cascone takes a hit right in the numbers. That would have been a penalty in the first period. A shot, knocked down, Niski. Near board, sent out by Mazzella. Sharts has it, curls up the wall. Sends it ahead, Carlson brought it across the line. Sharts, he's got the wheels going, another quick shot stop. Sharts in front, oh, he was looking right there. Cox was posted up, but it was just poked away. Sent towards the front of the net. Crane bodies his man. Donahue, livid on the play. 3-on-1. Puck directed towards the net, went off a laying body there of a blue hen and behind the goal. Redgate makes a move, off the glass and out. Crane holding on to it, looking towards the front, he scores!
What a shot by Kyle
Crane. His first goal of the year, and what a beauty. Short side high.
I think that went bar, post, and in. It sure sounded good. It was music to Kyle Crane's ears, that's for sure.
From an impossible angle.
He was about a foot off the line there, too.
You can see the cop in the background kind of smirking on the play.
I was just going to say that this is probably the longest stretch of this game that we've gone without a penalty being called, too.
That's right, yeah. I don't mind the way they're calling it, but
I don't mind either.
It's different than it was, though, in the first and second.
As a player or even a coach, the one thing you want from officials is consistency.
Exactly, yeah. So that's where it's frustrating.
Like, you don't know when you're getting up to that line or crossing that line, and that's how games get out of hand. And I mean, like we said at the end of the second period, this is where the game kind of got out of hand last night.
Well, we saw someone stick it slashed out of their hand just a few minutes ago, which was slashing in the second.
Flames up by 2. Delaware coming back. Puck down deep. They're trying to get out in front. Emmerich. A one-man show down deep for a moment. Flipped up along the boards. They look to pinch it off. Unable to. Colt Steele driving towards the net. He's taken down. Here comes the penalty.
You jinxed it, Garland. You jinxed it.
Thought we might get out of here a little earlier, but guess not. It was a great net drive, keeping the legs moving by Colt Steele there to draw that one.
Red, I've been given an update on Josh Bergen. He is nursing an upper body injury and is questionable for return.
Zidinzek not happy with the call, and sometimes, in my opinion, as a player, you just got to know, all right, I hauled him down. He would have been a free lane to the net. It's what I had to do, but still, he's yapping at the official. So Flames down 2 defensemen. Thank you, Fitzy, and we're just going to be running 2 pairs the rest of the way. Kyle Crane's going to get most ice time he's seen all season here in the third period. Brema wins it back. Wyshynski didn't see it. That puck is sent in there between the glass. Pierre McGuire now handing it to Sharts.
Should ask for a bag of ice there, Fitzy. I think that one you took it right off the ribs.
Right off the arm right there, yeah. That's all good, though.
Is that suit okay?
Yeah, suit's great. Suit's great.
Okay,
no tears. I think
good.
we're fine.
There he is.
Blomberg up the wall. Fricks sent back down. Knocked down on the play out at the line. Fricks leveled Zucker. Blomberg, touch pass. Fricks comes back to Fricks. Near side, Gammer drive. Oh, how did East keep that one out? That was a nice job there of East coming across, squeezing the 5-hole. That was a howitzer just right along the ice.
And it was actually loose after the fact, but the official was on the other side of the net, so did not see it. So Liberty's pretty angry about that. They thought they had another chance following it up to score, but in the end, the whistle was blown.
Gammer. Fricks back to Gammer. Posted up in front is Blomberg. Goes to the side of the net now, has it deep. Gammer directing that towards the net. Goes off the helmet of Anderson. Burima. Fricks. Wyshynski now. A little bit of net presence by him. That comes out across the line. Gammer gains the zone. Sends it around hard. Thompson. Nice job by Roberts sealing off the boards. Flames here doing a nice job of keeping it in. It's poked out in front. Nobody was there for Liberty. And able to get to it cleanly is Felice. He's just dancing around. Felice Navidad, you could say, as he is working his way through the neutral zone. Nifty little move by Niski. Catches up to the puck in the corner. Roberts handling it there. 22 seconds remaining in the Zdenczek minor. Schertz drops it off. Garvin walks in, he scores!
Nobody contested the shot. Talked about it last night. D kind of backs in the zone. He engages with the puck carrier and Schertz, giving Garvin a lot of room to walk in and just snip. Top cheddar.
Yeah, you see the water bottle take a little leap there at the end.
Cox went down, tripped up his man. Puck played out into the neutral zone. Reynolds going back for it. Flames changing up personnel on the fly. Hayes takes a hit. Carlson laying the body. Schertz to his defensive partner. Ahead, Cox got a piece of it. Little wall bank. Karapi knocked off the puck. Carlson will loft that one in. Hayes going after it. Carlson open side of the net. He takes a big hit. That was more incidental contact than anything. I don't believe that Kuma really had him lined up initially. Kuma, a pretty big boy himself, 6'3", Ridgefield, Connecticut person. I guess you could say, I was gonna say major. I don't know where that was coming from. Played ahead, Carlson.
Going for native.
Yeah, that's what it was, thank you. Wyshynski, quick little shot off the stick and out of play.
So 2 power play goals. Start the third.
Gotta love the extra man. Grant Garvin, the latest key contributor on the power play. We'll be back for the rest of the third in just a moment.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah. They say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.
We the people. We are innovators, dreamers, leaders. Yeah, we feel pain. We get tired, but it won't stop us. God's call is our pursuit, and we will champion His name.
There's Kirk Handy and company. Currently a 3-goal lead. We saw that evaporate though in the second period in a short time frame. Flames have to stay sharp. Blue Hens still have to believe they can fight back. Face off taken there by Gammer. It's won by the Blue Hens, sent all the way down the ice. Cole Zucker, a big guy, is pretty solid in the face-off dot. Big hit there by Gammer. Puck goes far corner, sent ahead by Blomberg, taken off his feet, Bushinsky. Squeaks out across the line. Here comes Blomberg, and hand pass will be called.
The physicality has really picked up here in the last 3 or 4 minutes, so. I mean, definitely hasn't slowed down since the first period. If anything, it's gotten more and more physical.
Liberty has put a few extra goals now between them and the Blue Hens, so we'll see if things get chippy like they did last night once the game was out of reach.
Yeah, we're back to that 3-goal margin that was near the end of the first period.
Bouncing shot. Burak had to be sharp. Sent ahead, Sharts. You know he wants the hottie. He comes in, the shot, scores!
He told us last night in the post-game interview that the hat trick was ever elusive, that he hadn't had one yet in his time at Liberty. There it is, the first hat trick as a Liberty Flame for Zane Sharts.
And Jeff Becker doesn't look pleased.
It might be because he gave him the old Jaromir Jagr salute.
I know, I saw that.
And we do have a goaltending change. East is being taken out. More of a mercy pull than anything. The backup goaltender still had a towel wrapped around his upper body. Had a defenseman come out and take it out of his sweater for him. This is Chris DeMoss in between the pipes now. This is his first action of the season.
Well, at least there's not a whole lot of pressure on him in his first game this year. I mean, you can't really expect a whole lot out of him, but I mean, it can only look up for him here with 8:05 left in the third period.
Puck comes out to the line. Coming on with some speed, Mazzella tried to throw it out in front. The shot well wide. Puck was on edge, a tough one to calm down there for Redgate. Garvin, Flames are starting to roll right now. Garvin has it towards the net, trying to bat that one out of the air was Thompson. Barima, now to Crane. Nifty pass, sent in front, Thompson. Thought he might have had it there for a moment. Barima was coming in hot and heavy to the near post. Here's Niski. Redgate, back to Niski. The backhander stopped by Burak. Burak, such an economical goaltender.
Yeah, he made it look easy there, just scooping it up after the fact.
Ryan Cox, can hear him as he comes off the bench. He's chatting with the Delaware bench quite a bit.
Yeah, I think they're yapping back and forth here the last couple minutes in between the benches. Fitzy, you hear anything good?
Oh, it's all good. I mean, him and Corpy have an agreement to if they're on the ice at the same time, they'll drop him. Ryan Cox he's getting under their skin a little bit. He keeps telling me we've got 10 goals. Told Coach Donahue the best move of the game he's made all night is pulling his goaltender.
It's complimentary.
Yeah, it's all nice, it's all in good fun. The Blue Hens would tell me different, but.
Face-off one back by Cox. It sent up the wall. Unable to keep it in. Near point was Harrison Good. Collecting it, Cascone. Sends it ahead. Cross-ice pass. This man wants a point. Pierkowski, nothing on the season so far. He had a penalty shot last night. High hit on Carlson. That's one thing. I think if you're Carlson, you gotta hate life. And here we go, Pierkowski going toe-to-toe with Cox.
Ryan Cox was going to fight somebody before the end of this shift.
Pierkowski not even dropping the gloves. He doesn't care if you have a bucket on. He's going. Both sides throwing. Cox with a couple of rights. Pierkowski now has his helmet off. Cox still throwing bombs, and he takes them down.
Got some good throws in there.
Ryan Cox did not care if Pierkowski was going to drop the gloves, drop the helmet, drop anything. He was done. He was done. Want to fight somebody on the shift.
He did get him with a couple good ones on the chin, I think, before the helmet ever came all the way off.
Yeah.
But you got to give props to Cox there. I mean, lots of guys will talk the talk, but most of them don't really want to walk the walk when they get called upon. But
and
I like him sticking up like Carlson.
Hit.
Yeah, taking it on the chin a lot tonight.
So if the ref's not going to call it, they're going to take some matters into their own hands.
Yeah, Pierkowski just tries to hold him down there, bury him for a little bit. And
no hesitation from Ryan Cox here. I love it.
Swinging. Yeah, I love it. Quick drop of the gloves. Pierkowski still had the mitts on at the beginning of that fight. I think in his head he was like, do I really want the 5?
Yeah,
I'm going to get a game.
It was the last guy we expected to get a 5 for fighting last night was Quinn Ryan. I mean, you might expect it a little more to Cox. He's not the biggest guy, but he's sure feisty. We talked about him last night and tonight. He's a pest for sure, but like I said, I mean, he wasn't backing down from the challenge.
He's a guy that the opposition just loves to hate. He gets under your skin, but if you're on his team, absolutely love him.
Played with a few of those guys in my day.
Those pesky guys, they never seem to be the biggest guys too.
No.
Like they just love it. I don't know what it is, but they just buzz around and cause havoc. Fitzy's getting the inside scoop right now. We'll have to hear about that.
And I believe 2 blue hens going off. Delaware with the lone minor on the board, so the Flames are going to come away from that fight with a power play.
They're calling the high hit.
The original call is the high sticking on Pierkowski before the whole thing unfolded. And so after the high sticking was already going to be called, that's when Cox and Pierkowski decided to dance.
They still need to send someone to the box here before they can ever drop the puck. But just like last night, things get ugly in the third again.
Now the refs, I don't think anyone had their hand up during that hit, so they maybe had a discussion after.
Ethan Docking serving the minor. Niski, a couple of high shots there on Garvin. This is where you got to be careful, and Niski going after Garvin now. In some ways, you just want to play your foot soldiers if you're the Flames. Redgate trying to make a move around Sharts. Here comes Roberts looking up ice. His pass connects with Garvin. They've got some speed. Roberts comes in, shot off a stick and wide.
10 minutes for misconduct.
Thompson, drop back. Sharts, his shot, he's looking for number 4. Didn't miss by a lot. Played now in the corner. Kuma trying to get it free. Thompson patiently holding on to it. Feeds Sharts. Comes back. Roberts a drive. That goes right off of Garvin, who was dropped to his knees. Zdinzek knocking down Roberts, then a slash right onto the forearm of Garvin. And you guys mentioned starting to get ugly here with just under 6 minutes remaining.
I mean, we just saw a pretty good tilt. The refs sent a couple guys off, but if they want to keep control of this game, it's probably time to start teeing people up for the after the whistle stuff.
That's the problem. When you don't, it just makes, as Liberty, like, see Garvin get hacked there. I think you got to reward the no retaliation, or you got to at least expect it next time he comes out.
Wyshynski trying to avoid his check. Gammer now protecting the puck with his body, drops it. Wyshynski takes a little shove. Blomberg lets it go through, comes back to Blomberg. He couldn't handle it. Gammer. Wyszynski pushing it around. Burima. Points wide open, comes to Fricks. A slow pass, took a little while to get there. Blomberg spinning away. No one posted up in front of the net right now. Now Wyszynski starts to move there. Thrown in front, Wyszynski scores.
Front, great patience. Blomberg came all the way around the net, delayed, and Wyszynski recognized that, snuck his way into the slot. Blomberg finds him, and no mistake over the glove.
So this goal's all about timing. Rhett just mentioned that there was no one in front of the net for the Flames. Wyszynski is not just going to the front of the net and standing there, but making sure he's there at the right time to catch the pass from Blomberg and bury it to give the Flames a 5-goal lead.
Quickly played ahead, Roberts with speed. Offside the call, and Roberts gets filled in along the wall, going off Zdinzek.
Getting a penalty for that.
Yep. And that's an example of what Garland was just talking about. Teeing him up after the whistle, you know, that's it. You're done. Like, making sure that you kind of nip that right in the bud.
Well, it was last shift. He was the one going after Garvin, as Zdinzek has some stuff to say to the fans around the penalty box.
That late. She's into it right now.
2 minutes and a scolding.
Flames Nation not too pleased with old Zdinzek, and this is about his fifth time to the old sin bin here tonight.
She is kicking the side of the penalty box.
Shards.
I can officially say I've seen it all.
Yeah, that's right. Shards near side, Colt Steele. Have you seen the goaltender been put in the penalty box?
No, I have not.
That's only at the D3 level.
Yes.
You should stop by sometime.
Yeah.
I took a picture.
Did you?
Sent it to I forget who I sent that to.
For those of you, just to let you in on the joke, D3 was playing UVA one night. Penalty shot for the Flames. Missed. The goaltender takes the puck, fires it at the head of the guy that just missed the shot, and then the referee proceeds to put the goaltender in the penalty box, which I'd never seen before.
So funny.
But I was fine with it. Gave me a chuckle and a story to tell. Puck down in the corner. Both sides trying to dig it free. Garvin was chopped down. They're doing work. Colt Steele able to get it down low. Make sure you stay with us. Here in 4 minutes time, we'll have the Coca-Cola post-game show for you. Steele winding up. Somehow protects that puck and gains the zone.
Looks like a cross-check to the head.
Now he's getting chased up the ice.
Must be one of those cross-checks that are not a penalty that Jared referenced earlier in the game.
Yeah, the legal kind.
Colt Steele, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And that guy just was giving him the business as he hacks Wyszynski skating off the ice.
Played up the wall. This is going to go in. Icing will be the call. They looked dangerous there for a while. In the second period, the Blue Hens tied it up at 5s, but since then, Flames put their foot back down on the gas and currently lead 11-6. Gammer. Tons of time, just drops it off. I'm sure Kirk Handy wants to escape this game with no more DQs and no injuries.
Yeah, if you're Kirk Handy, you gotta think about shortening up your bench here with 3:20 left in the third and a 5-goal game.
Burak sweeping it around with Cox now getting a DQ. The next series for the Flames, we'll still see not their set lineup. I'm sure Ryan will move back in between Garvin and Thompson, but you'll see Burima possibly moved with Carlson and Hayes. Or Blomberg may go there.
Blomberg and Burima have really stepped up this weekend to fill in those holes, and they both played sound games, offensive and defensively.
coming in, laying the body, Bashinsky. Karapi looking for Colt Steele, taking away his time and space. Angled him off nicely. You have to think Kyle Crane would probably like to drop the mitts, but when you're already down 2D, I'm sure Jeff Becker put his hand on his shoulder and said, "Not today, Kyle." Reynolds?
Definitely not one to shy away at Kyle Crane, that's for sure.
His first ever game, it was the opening of this building, actually, when it was newly renovated against Davenport. That was quite the Donnybrook he had. Clark coming in, tries to backhander, squeaks it on goal, getting the pad down was DeMoss. Clark coming in, and he's going to take some jabs. He kind of stoked the fire there a little bit. And he's going to be going off.
Well, I'm surprised that it's just Clark going off, as Garvin got his stick hacked in too before the whistle ever went there, right in front of the official.
I know, and he keeps having these things happen right in front of the ref, and he just looks at the ref and, like, I don't know, he's not retaliating, but he's not getting the calls either.
Sometimes
frustrating.
It goes your way and sometimes it doesn't, but at the end of the day, I mean, they do have a 5-goal lead, so they're winning on the scoreboard.
Yep.
Timeout. Delaware timeout.
Blue Hens calling a timeout with 1:58 remaining.
I guess, well, yeah, I think Coach Donahue maybe doesn't want some DQs or anything's going on either, so maybe he'll try and calm his team down here.
I don't know, this could be a situation too where first-year head coach with this group wants to let them know, I'm going to coach the whole game. No matter the score, I'm still in it, I'm still focused. Let's set up our power play here and get a goal.
I mean, again, they could play the spoiler role here. They score a goal or two here in the last couple minutes that really harms Liberty in the rankings, and I mean, it's really not going to hurt Delaware, so they have nothing to lose right now with 2 minutes left. So maybe he wants them to net a couple here the last couple minutes.
I would say you're right, because that's the top unit out there with like Niski, and so yep, they're going for.
Niski is a pretty dynamic player. He's a very fast skater, pretty skilled too. And you've seen what the chances he can create when he gets to move his feet out there.
And he draws so many people towards him too. Like a lot of Liberty people will try and catch up to him and angle him off. Leaves openings other places.
Puck played out top, behind the net, thrown in front. Burak makes the stop, it's in, they score.
And
that
there
one
you
took
go.
an odd hop off the end boards. Burak, it's been tough for him. He hasn't seen a lot of just normal work for a goaltender, and whenever the puck has come on net, it's just been an awkward play.
Yeah, not just Burak, Halpany.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a great night for goaltenders here tonight. 18 goals altogether so far. But as we were saying a minute ago, Delaware tightens that lead to 4, and I mean, it only hurts Liberty now.
It's good to see Liberty, put together a weekend of a couple wins. Early in the year, they'd struggle on Friday night, but then come out strong on Saturday. Recently, it's been the opposite. It's real good for this team to be able to put together a couple wins. Big weekend at home against a conference opponent.
Pass far side, Delaware back on the attack. The shot is held on to by Burak. You're right. It is nice to see them get a couple of W's up on the board. I'm not sure if Kirk's going to feel like this is a win in some ways. 7 goals against, and yeah, I'm putting words in his mouth, and I don't know if this is how he's going to feel. But, Christian's banking on the whole ranking thing. This game, when you don't win by the max differential in the ranking system, it can hurt you. And hopefully that's not the case for Liberty. I don't think you'll see them move down too much, but I'm sure they had hopes of moving up higher in the rankings, but I doubt that's going to be the case.
Or at least holding on to their spot.
Mm-hmm. Cross-ice pass, touched around Fricks, coming in on the forechecks, Ostrander. Ostrander should have had 2 goals on the day. His second one was called off. Icing called with 54 seconds left.
I think
Kirk Haney now calling a timeout just to get the personnel he wants out there.
This is the opposite, I believe, of what Donahue was doing a couple minutes ago. Andy's telling them, we don't want any more goals against. And he's not coming out with the top unit either. So they're looking to buckle down here with 54 seconds left.
You gotta think too, was always frustrating for like coaching and all that. Coaches usually don't get credit for when their team puts in a lot of goals.
Totally.
You know, you do get credit though when you have a good tight defensive game. They'll say, wow, that's a great defensive system that the coach has them playing. When there's a lot of goals, you say that's a lot of talent out there. So you think too they'll be looking to buckle down even after this weekend too.
Liberty is coming out with their top defensive centerman in Barima to take this face-off here. So
that's good.
Every second counts in this league with the way the standings work.
Face-off, one back by Barima. Reynolds with it. He's like, let's get one more. His shot stopped by DeMoss. He's grinning there, Reynolds, trying to go coast to coast. Barima in to take the face-off, 40 seconds remaining. Another stop.
It's interesting to see that at the end of this game, there's only 9 players left on the Liberty bench. It looks pretty empty over there. There's quite a few vacant spots between injuries and DQs and misconduct.
Puck played to the wall, sent out, Crane. Looking at his options. Carlson, they're going after him tonight. Puck squeaks out in front, picked up. Mazzella, far side. Redgate will dump it in. Burak will sweep it around. Carlson, not sure what knocked him down on the play, but nonetheless, the Flames just chip it in, and they will sweep the weekend series. Zane Schertz, 2 power play goals, 1 at even strength. He gets the hat trick. It propels the Flames to a 11-7 victory here on home ice. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be back with the post-game show in just a moment.
As a mother of 3, I've seen the positive impact sports have on kids. At Dick's Sporting Goods, we believe everyone should have the chance to play. And if cost ever gets in the way, that goes against everything we believe. So we're stocking new gear at lower prices and introducing the best price guarantee. If you find a lower price from a competitor, we'll match it. Because it's not enough to offer you the best gear. We need to offer it at the best price.
Listen, we've all got to make choices. If you're hungry and you got $5, you could eat this stuff that the meat, bean, cheese randomizer Kiero'd into a box.
Taco Guacarito Supreme.
Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, drink, fries, and look at this fresh baked cookie. So it's a choice, I guess. The $5 All-Star Meals. There's 4 of them, and there's no better way to spend $5. Only at Hardee's.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
It's our home.
It's our home. Rooted in excellence.
Built from hard work.
It's our backbone.
An undeniable will.
Driven to surpass our potential.
It's our heart.
Unbreakable bonds. And our journey. Striving for more.
Determined to lead.
Day in and day out.
This is the Big South.
Where winners are made.
Today's post-game report is presented by Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling.
11-7 win for the Liberty Flames. And with that, let's take a look here at our Carter Bank and Trust play of the game. And we got to go way back for this one to the very first goal of the game. The Flames on the power play. Zachariah Roberts, the beneficiary of a solid pass from Grant Garvin.
Yeah, that's right. On the power play, what a feed. That's just the one-timer, just quick on net. Get the goalie moving all the way across.
As Roberts snuck down there too. Lots of movement on that Liberty power play tonight. It looked pretty good.
Down on one knee as well. Always got to love it, the guys. When did that start coming in? Just like 3 years ago, the one knee?
I guess Brett Hall brought it in.
Yeah, it's true. Take a look here, Hardy star of the game, and that's going to be Mr. Crane. I know we had a hat trick, but how can you not like that short side high? I guess you guys don't like it. That's a beauty.
Great. That is
was just a fantastic
I was
goal.
Just speechless looking at it.
Exactly. It just took the wind right out of you.
I'm still in awe.
Yeah. Mr. Crane standing by with Monica.
Thanks, guys. Kyle, what a roller coaster of a game. When it comes to rankings, though, how important is it to shut down your opponent, especially if they're unranked like Delaware is?
Yeah, it's always important. I mean, every game's important to begin with. But, yeah, unranked teams, it's important to win, and not just win by a little. It's important to win by big. I think it's like 7 goals that you have to score to move up or make things important. But, yeah, defensively, we need to be stronger in that aspect. Like, we can't let up 6-7 goals. But, yeah, defense comes into play in these kind of games, big time, goaltending, and then obviously scoring.
And walk me through your goal. Your first goal of the season. This is actually your first interview, you told me, 3 years at Liberty. So I'm glad I can finally get the chance to talk to you. Just walk me through that goal from that impossible angle. It was very impressive.
Yeah, started off, I picked the puck up in the neutral zone. I came down, and I have Zach A's barking behind me, yelling for me to drop the puck, and I saw that the defenseman was flat-footed, so I decided to take a wide step on him, and he couldn't stay with me. So I came across the line, and all I see was a line like probably a foot wide from like the whole post all the way up. So I just figured I'd give it a shot, and it worked.
And it worked. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Monica. Yeah, a nice one for your first of the year. Well, once again, the Flames win this one by a score of 11-7, and you have to be happy sweeping a conference rival at home. Next up for the Flames, they are going to take on Delaware at their barn. Yeah, how do you feel about that? They're going to head to old Fred Ross Arena, I believe it is. Is that what it is? Or Fred Rust?
Rust.
Rust, that's what it is. Fred Rust Arena. And not an easy place to play, but Flames here come in with a lot of confidence having swept this weekend series.
Yeah, next weekend could be a little different with the Olympic ice coming into play, but we'll see how the emotions carry over into next weekend's matchup.
Yeah, that's right, and it gives a chance to coaches to look at some game tape and develop a game plan against each other's systems too. So that'll come into play big time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Liberty, has now had an opportunity to string a few wins together. I know their rankings come into play, and they may say tonight's win may not feel like as much of a win as they would have wanted it to, but nonetheless, it's 2 in a row. Got to move forward.
All right, you know what? We were wrong. That was yesterday's paper. Jared just absolutely threw me under the bus, not even knowing it. Next up on the docket, New York University. The Flames heading to the big city. Thanks for watching tonight, everybody. Have a good night, and God bless.